Hello and welcome to my channel. Here we go. We are going to start the cover for a beginner's album template with the album template. This is perfect for beginners who have never done albums, who has no idea how to start one. So this is perfect. So what you'll need is page 1 and page 2. Okay, so you will cut them out. I prefer you to cut it out with a sturdy piece of cardstock because you will use this as a template. Find a piece of chipboard that is at least big enough. These are too small. It would have been nice if I had, okay, I got 2. So what you need to do is take your chipboard, and what I did is I took it and I cut it on the outside of the black line. Okay? These are not perfect because I was working and making just boxes and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to all, as long as you print them out in the same size, you should be able to come out with a successful album. So all you gotta do is just trace it, and you need 2 of these. Oh, don't do like I did. There we go. So you're going to need 2 of these, and this is the cover, and this is the spine. Yes. So let's see if this is, nope. Let me make another one of these. Can I use that? Yep. 2 of them here. Line it up and trace. I was very inspired. I've been inspired by Jen over at Genevieve Designs, and I was on her design team and all that kind of stuff, and I'm not copying off of her in any way. I feel that everybody has inspiration from someone, and my inspiration was from Genevieve. All you gotta do is just make sure you cut on the line as best as you can. And like I said, you need 2 of these. There's one, and you can use anything. If you don't have any chipboard, you can use recyclable boxes, like cereal, cracker boxes, candy boxes, anything you like. Anything that has a little bit more of a sturdiness than just cardstock. Okay, so I have my 2 album pieces. Okay, now you need the spine. So take one of your chipboards and make the spine. Don't worry about being perfect. I'm just weird about that. I'm not trying to be perfect, but I try to like at least be as straight as possible. I don't know why I am. Let me turn my more lights on. Sorry. Should have had the lights on better. There you go. Okay. Like this. Whoop. Take your time, because if you're anything like me, when I start cutting, things start sliding. Okay, so here's your album cover and the spine, the front, the back, and the spine. So what you need now is that other one. This is the tape, the, the album cover binding. So if you have um, postage envelope, they are, you can get them from pretty much anywhere. I got mine like this. And it's got dust on it. Haven't used these for a while. Teflon envelopes. I got mine on Amazon, but I guess you can get them from your Office Depot, or you can use the ones that they have at the post office. You know, like the ones that you get in the mail. Don't go there and just take them all up. That's kind of not the purpose of that, but you get any in the mail, just use them, recycle them. So I'm going to use a darker pen, if I can find my pens, because the pencil doesn't show up well. And I just wanted to go on the fold a little. You need 2 of these. Okay, put that. Now I'm going to stick these together so I have them in the future. Where's a paper clip? No paper clip. There's one. Go. This side. Now, I'm just going to cut down the line. And this one I'm just going to cut down here, separate them. There you go. Always save for extra. Now you're going to have your album like this, right? Your cover. And you're going to have your spine. You want to make sure it's a distance between them. See, just like that. Because you want, when you have an open space there, you can flow without any issues of crackling. But if you put it together like this and connect them, it will crack and this will fall off. Your spine will be destroyed and come off. So what you want to do is take this and glue it onto here. use, when you're making an album or some kind of thing that you're going to be using on a regular basis, try to use some good glue. Plus, when you're using, um, what do you call it, paper, try to use some glue that doesn't warp your paper. Mine, I'm using art glitter glue, and I'll link it in the description as well if you want to have a place to find that. So I just want to try to make it even as much as possible. It doesn't have to be so even. Because you're just using this to support them together. But you want these to be even. Okay? There you go. Now let's do the same on the other one. If you want to put one on the front and the back, you need at least 4 of these. And I might do that, but I'm not sure yet. I didn't even think of that far ahead yet. I've been making albums for the longest time, and to be honest, it feels like every time I make something, even if I made it years ago, multiples or whatever, I still feel like it's my first time making it. I don't know why, but it sure does. And then you just put that on there as well. Try to make it as even as possible. I hope that's even. Because I noticed my Teflon, or whatever you call it, is not straight, but cut straight. Oh, don't go too far. There you go. I'll do that. There you go. That's that part. And it will, see, I can have that easy access, folded, no issue. Now, if you want, you can make another copy, make 2 more, just to cover over here, to give it more support. Where's my paper? Oh. Again, let's just pull it out. I'm going to do it this way. Together. I don't want my glue to dry out, sorry. I got a habit of forgetting to put that back on. Let's just use this one. This is all going to be covered anyway, don't worry about it. It's all going to be covered. I'm just going to do this because I didn't give it extra. There you go. What you do is just glue it back, glue it on. This way, I'm just going to do it this way. Put some on each side. Like I said, it's all going to be covered. Don't worry about it. And just stick it on. And you want to make sure this is dried completely before you start scoring it. It'll be a lot easier for you, especially with your paper, because the paper will crack if it's still wet. I had tried to score it, not with this, just with, if you don't have this, you can use regular paper, craft paper. It's all good. But I didn't have this in the beginning, and I was just using regular cardstock. And when I started scoring it, it just ripped. Just ripped everywhere. Had holes all down it. And that's it. That's how you bind them. You take this. This is going to bug me. Hold on. Because I have a little extra there. There you go. Now this is all on. So what you want to do is take your bone folder and just make sure they're sealed together. Oh, find the right space. And that's that part. See? Now you want your cardstock that you're going to be using. I'm going to use white. And for some reason I can't find regular white at Michael's. They only have the glitter. I don't know why, but this is getting in my way. They only have shimmer. So what I want to do is just glue this down, just like that. You want to glue it down. I don't think it makes a difference which is which. You want to make sure it's glued down. I'm going to glue it right down where the spine, just like that, where the spine starts. Because you don't need all that extra paper in it. Okay, so let's just get your glue on. This is when you make sure you have enough glue to hold it. If you use double-sided tape, make sure you use good double-sided tape, because I used, there's nothing wrong with double-sided tape from the dollar store. There's nothing wrong with it, because I use it all the time. But if you're trying to use your albums with the double-sided tape that's from the dollar store, it will fall apart. a couple months to a year later, the glue won't stay sticky. So you will have to redo it, or you can use that and use some good liquid glue over top of it, and that should help if you can't find or purchase the score tape, double-sided score tape, I think they call it. So I'm not worrying about it being so even. I'm just making sure it's not over the spine. Like I said, it's going to be covered because I'm going to cover the spine anyway. But you don't need that extra being there, you know what I mean? Make sure it's down. Now do the same side. I'm going to let this dry for a little bit. Now do the same side for this one. Do the same thing on this side. Can you imagine? I was thinking about doing a live. Whew, I can't even do a recorded video. I'm all over the place. Get down here. Who has trouble talking and crafting at the same time? I do. Make sure you have enough glue to hold it down. And that's one good thing about this glue. You don't need that much to keep it down. Okay, here's another one. I just want to make sure it's not, yeah, it's a little more. Go a little bit more. See? I'm just making sure that when you fold it, it doesn't come over the album cover. You see what I mean? Like, making sure this doesn't come over to the crease. Making sure it's down. Alright, turn it around. Now we want to turn this here. I want to take, you can use a bone folder. Try to make room. You can use one of these things. I don't know what you call them. They came in some the mandala art kit that you make your dots, and I really like this because it's good with scoring. So you just score it. Make sure it's dry, because this is what I told you. Make sure it's dry or it will rip your paper. I'm pouring up glue. You just want to fold it, make that crease. Got glue all over my hands. Alright. I'm not worrying about the extra. To me, it gives more support, so I don't care to have all that extra. So what I'm going to do, You just want to make sure you have enough space so you can fold that. You can either cut that, but I'm not going to cut it this time. I'm just going to fold it, give it more strength on the corner. Okay, and it's going to come down like this. And it's going to come over like this. Okay, that's what it's going to look like, okay? So, let's do this side. I'm just making the line so I won't bend the point. That's the only reason why I score that. And like I said, it's going to go up like this. And it's going to go like this. And that's it. As long as these are covered, sorry, as long as the corners are covered, it doesn't matter what you see. Come on. There you go. Doesn't matter if this is like this or not. It's going to get better when you glue it down. Doesn't matter if it's like this or not, because this is all going to be covered anyway. You see how they're different? It doesn't matter. It just means more is down here than up here. So let's glue it down. I hope that makes sense. You can cut it. If you like. Wait a minute. I forgot to pull this down. Guys, why didn't you tell me that? Pull this down. Just like that. Now you want this to be sealed down. Make it crisp. Do the same on this side. It will be better for you if it is crisp. A little glue. Push it this way. Make sure that glue gets all sealed in there. Let's do this side. Okay, flip it down. Crease it. Same thing on this side, crease. And folds. Push it up. Make sure it's in, you know, I didn't put glue on that one. You want to make sure you have glue or it doesn't stick. Now, make sure again. There you go. That's all you gotta do, guys. Please watch the video before you try to put things together, because I've learned sometimes, even though I know what I'm doing, I might not portray it in the video that as well. But if you watch the video before you attempt it, you will know if what mistakes, because I will eventually come and tell you, oh, that was a mistake or something like that. Don't do that, do this. It'd be a lot easier if you let me make the mistake and correct it so you don't have to make the mistake. I hope that makes sense. Just trying to get that all over. And that is color. See, doesn't it look nice? So let's do this side. Again, let's just, this had enough time to dry, I guess. Go here. Fold it. Fold it. Fold it. Yep. All right. So let's glue this down. Even though it looks like a lot of glue, it's really not. Make sure you crease it. It's always best to crease your work. It sits better. Definitely sits better. I am that messy crafter. I am that messy crafter. And I don't care if I have glue on my hands. That's part of crafting. Before, I'm not gonna lie, before it used to drive me crazy in the beginning when I used to start crafting years ago. Just having glue or something sticky on my hands or even just paint on my hands, that used to bother me. It used to bother me so much. I usually had to have a napkin and constantly wash my hand, wipe my hands. Now the only time I wipe my hands is just to get the paint off, so I don't smear it on any of the other part of the project. And it's not even really off my hands, it's just wiped so it doesn't smear onto something else. But yeah, I learned that after years that it's no big deal. After you finish, you wash your hands. I gotta hurry up because my thing stopped recording. Okay, because I forgot to make space on my CD card. Get in there. And that is basically the way you do this. And you see how it does that? Nice. So now we just need just enough to cover the spine. But this way, I'm just going to take it. I don't need that much. I just want to make it about that. Where's my stand? I'm just going to make it about this much. Cut that. Let's see if that works. Always keep your scraps. You can always use it for something in your album. Let's see. Now this is just going to go down just like these. So you're going to need to glue this up. This is why I told you don't put too much paper in the spine, because I'm going to be putting this on it. Make sure you have glue in the spine. Again, make sure you have enough, because you don't want all that hard work and your album falls apart. So let's just put this down for now. Actually, I want to put it this way. Sorry, did I hit the camera? My apologies. I just want to kind of make it somewhat measured right. I'm gonna do that, don't worry. And it's gonna be like this. And then you're gonna score this. Now before I do that, go back here and put some glue down there. You could have did this earlier by putting it on this, but I didn't want to put too much on it because I didn't know if it was gonna, I didn't want to put it over too much on here or put too much on here. I just wanted to make sure it's set right and then do the gluing. But whatever makes it easier for you, you do. Because my way might not be easy for you. You might actually watch my video and find an easier way for you. You know? So now you want to take this, go here. There you go, guys. That's it. Sorry I was going a little faster because I didn't want it to click off again and have to restart it again. Okay, so now don't do what I'm getting ready to do. Make sure this is totally dry, right? Just hope that it doesn't mess up. You just let this dry completely and you take your bone folder and go in the crease. Okay? And do it on this side as well. And just actually slowly, so it doesn't rip, just take your time. You see how that was? Do the same thing on this one. Slowly. And you see how the spine is? I'm just taking my time because I don't want it to rip because it's still wet. And that's the spine, guys. I mean, that's your album. So the cover. So now I'm done with this and I will do another video as I go. The next video will be for, let's put the spine, do the spine and make the spine in here. So with that being said, if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up so it can be passed on to others who would like to have an idea how to make a album, especially for beginners, because this is what I'm teaming up for, is for beginners. So if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button, and I will have the link to the template in the description as well. So if you're interested in purchasing that, it will be in my Etsy shop. And thank you, appreciate that ahead of time, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye.